y'all, it's Jess. Today we are making chocolate covered strawberries. This recipe is great for Sweetest Day, Valentine's Day, yeah, whenever you want chocolate covered strawberries. Ones at the store are expensive as who-op the bam, and they're using candy melts now. Like, candy melts are great for a baby shower, color scheme, but I just want some good ASS chocolate, like for real. So yeah, using the real deal today. But before we get started, as all like YouTube scenarios, please like, comment, and subscribe. And in addition to like, comment, and subscribe, yeah, I'm real needy today, share this video. All these little pretty buttons on my page, use them, please. I'm begging you, literally. Yeah, it's a great recipe. It's easy, and let's go. All right, y'all, let's get into our supplies. First off is some parchment paper, cut to fit, well, ripped to fit our sheet pan. Then, of course, the chocolate. I like to double dab, so a little bit of dark chocolate and a little bit of milk chocolate. The combos work great. And, of course, the Crisco, a little bit of fat added in to keep that chocolate smooth. Next up is selecting the container you're actually going to use to dip the strawberries in. In this instance, I went for a larger one. Just make sure there's enough space to physically dip the strawberry in. Then we add a little bit of water to a large pot, and then the glass that we selected. I'll go over the pot a bit more. Just that water, I think it's called a double boiler. It adds for a more even melt of your chocolate. But here I am just getting these bags open. I like to have everything prepped so I can pour and go, pour and go. I use majority milk chocolate in this recipe. It's a little sweeter than dark. So I add in just a little bit of chocolate chips to start us off. And like I don't even know what this is, a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon of the lard. I was struggling to get it off with one hand, y'all, but I finally got it off. Then we just started to put this on a low heat and start to melt it. At first it's real chumpy, clumpy, not really melting, but give it some time. Then I got my parchment paper ready. Don't judge me. Yes, I have a shot glass and a mini bottle of wine to keep that paper flat until I start adding these strawberries on. But as my chocolate continues to melt, you'll see that creamy goodness at the bottom. It starts to really silk out as you just continue to heat it. So as my chocolate gets more and more melted, I add in more chips. You don't want to overload it with a whole bunch of chocolate chips at first. Slowly add it in. It's a process. But now I'm going in with a few dark chocolate chips to get my mixture going. Then I finish up with milk chocolate. Alright, excuse all the steam that you see. It's just science, the water when it's hot. But you'll see the chocolate, it went from kind of chunky to silky smooth. Look how it drips. When you get to this consistency, you are ready to start dipping those strawberries. Quick note about the strawberries, make sure they're dry, like dry. If these strawberries have any moisture on them when you're dipping them, they will clump up your chocolate. Moisture and chocolate don't really mix, so after you wash them off, lay them on a paper towel to dry, and only when they are dry are you ready to start dipping. So I went for one of the big strawberries first. I grab it by the leaves and I just dunk it on in there. Excuse that spoon. I ended up taking it out eventually, but I have it in there just in case you need to scrape up some more chocolate. But here we are again, getting the chocolate all nice and coated. I let a little drip off so I don't make a hot mess of my kitchen, and I lay it on the parchment paper so it can start to harden. But here I am mixing up my chocolate and just giving you some more examples. We just keep on dipping, dunking, moving until all our strawberries are ready and on our peach sheet pan. There we go. Till they're there. I got a little low on chocolate, so you'll see me in a bit add a few more chocolate chips in. And I added so many chocolate chips, I just added a little more pinch of Crisco, you know, just to make it feel good. It definitely won't hurt it if it wasn't needed, but you'll just see me let that melt, stir it up a little bit more, and then we're ready to go. And I forgot to mention, while melting the chocolate the first time, it took about 6 minutes in total for it to melt down to the consistency that I wanted. But here I am just finishing up, and we're almost ready for our next dip. Y'all ready for the hardest part of this recipe? The hardest part of this recipe is not eating these strawberries right now. Look how good they look. Ooh, nice and melty. but no, you have to refrigerate them first. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes them better. So I just popped them in my fridge. Do not talk about my refrigerator. Finding space was a struggle. But anywho, put them in there for about 15 minutes. You see me snacking on some chocolate as I wait. Normally, I also use this time to clean up that chocolate bowl before it gets too hard. But somebody stuck their big old hand in there with his apples, but he was pretty smart, less waste, and they were great. So after our apple snack and after you've subscribed to more Jessica Please, and 15 to 30 minutes later, you have strawberries. These are so easy to make, so delish. Thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, y'all.